One thing I do find quite admirable about Valorant is how it goes about agent unlocks. I think if I had actually played the game for any length of time,
Yeah.
I'd have a lot more characters unlocked. I think it's actually quite easy to unlock them compared to some other games.
It's not hard. I just think it takes a minute. There's nothing hard about unlocking them. If you don't do well in the XP, it's going to take longer. No, it's pretty simple. I mean, you just play the game.
I do really like the agent contracts, and I think it is a nice little starter pack for the characters.
Yeah.
And actually, it's something I want Overwatch 2 to have. I want them to make hero contracts where you can get a nice little starter pack of, like a gun charm or player cards, stuff like that, victory pose for the new character you play.
Yeah.
In addition to unlocking the character, if they're a new character. I think much like Overwatch's Battle Pass itself, not being that difficult if you keep up with your dailies and weeklies.
Yeah.
I don't think Valorant Agent Unlocks are all that bad if you keep up with your dailies.
If you keep up with it, yeah. It just seems long because I don't play it as often or as much. So it just seems like it takes a long time for me personally.
So I'll be sitting on the Agent Unlock tier of the contract for a couple of weeks before finally actually unlocking the character.
Right.
But I think it is probably the best way to go about unlocking the characters out of the three we have seen so far. Maybe it's because I'm not very good at Apex, but I find Apex's to be a pretty big slog.
It kind of is. It really is. For me personally, I find it a little easier than Valorant, but it's still like you still have to burn 20 levels of Apex. I don't think it's quite. I haven't done the math on it. I've just looked at experience points per, But I would say now that you kind of mention it and kind of really thinking about it, it's probably easier if you actually played Valorant to unlock the agents as opposed to Apex. I think I find it easier because I play Apex more than you.
Yeah.
And so it seems like it just ticks up quicker. And I also play Apex more than I play Valorant. If I played Valorant as much as I played Apex, I would probably be going, wow, Valorant is really not that big of a deal. But because I don't play it, to me, it feels like it's a lot, when in reality, looking at it, it's probably really not. So
another thing about Valorant's Agent Unlocks that I really like, especially compared to fucking Apex. Compared to Apex, I'm not losing anything if I just suddenly decide I don't want the new agent.
Right.
I can just go start to unlock another agent. Whereas if I unlock a legend I don't like,
I can't cash it in and get a different one.
Yeah.
Per se.
I'm shit out of luck if I'm out of luck if I choose a legend that I don't like.
And we both have done that. I picked one on, that looks like something I'd like to play, and I never play that legend because it's not what I want to play. So I do like Valorant. For example, I was working on an agent, and the new one came out. So I just closed her contract and started his, but I can go back to her at any point, finish it out real quick, But so all the stuff that I work for is still just sitting there. So I do like that. I like that a lot because then I can have maybe 2, 3, or 4 agents sitting there almost completely ready to be unlocked. And I can just go, hey, I remember going to that one. I want to do that one. Just finish it up. I do like that.
Absolutely.
That's a very good way to do it.
It is such a friendly system in that regard for a free-to-play game. It's a little grindy, but not in the manner that it's so bad.
Right.
I'm not out anything with the contract system.
No. And I don't feel forced. I don't feel forced to finish this contract if maybe I've lost interest in the character because I've seen it played in game going, man, that's really not what, I just go on to a different one, start again. But then you can always go back. I don't know. I do like it. I really do like that system. And that's really interesting coming from me. But yeah, I actually do like that. A plus, A or Valorant, Apex. Valorant for your hero unlocks. I like that.
And it will be interesting to see how Overwatch's hero unlocks compare after they've gone through the battle pass.
Right, and we'll find that out next season or next season. So yeah, that will definitely be an interesting comparison. What are we doing? Are we having to grind a shit ton of XP to get a character, or are we having to, complete challenges? It'll be interesting. I don't know what they got going on, how that's going to play out, but I'm hoping it's kind of like the Valorant. I like it because you're getting everything. You're getting like a spray. You're getting we talked about earlier, a nameplate. You're getting a gun charm. You're getting a something. You're getting basically your standard stuff that you buy or whatever, all at once. Well, I mean, not at once, but you get this, and then you're going to work to get this, and then you get this. And by the end, you get the hero, or in this case, the agent. But you have like stuff. You've gotten stuff for them along the way. You don't have to, after you do all that grind, you don't have to go grind or purchase the things for said character. You already have it. So I really like that.
And with any luck, something similar will get added to Overwatch.
And I think we were talking about this morning off camera about how I felt it just seemed like it was a lot of points to get, like XP. But now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking about it, it's like it's really not that big of a deal. It seemed like a lot to me. Now just talking about it, kind of thinking about it and going, okay, yeah, I have to do this for Apex, and we don't know how it's going to work for Overwatch.
Ultimately, the fact that if you were to pick up Valorant and it were to become your main game, you could be caught up with all the agents in a couple of months, maybe 2-3 months, I'd wager, is quite impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas Apex, I feel like you'll be behind for a good while.
Oh, without a doubt. There's just no way you're going to catch up. Unless you just flat out buy them. I don't think there's a real big way for you to catch up on all the legends in Apex. Just by playing the game.
Not in any reasonable manner.
Of course, this is all subjective of, if I played nothing but Apex, I could argue differently. If I played Valorant, but I don't play either one on that level of, which I can really compare, which is faster, easier. Neither one of them are really hard. You just play the game. It's kind of that simple. But I do like Valorant because you don't get anything in Apex you just get the character. You don't get anything. You don't get anything. You literally grind and get the character. I think that's where the benefit of Valorant is. You get all the stuff. Apex, you don't get shit. You literally grind and get the character. You grind 20 levels and you unlock a character that you want, but that's it. You don't get any charms, you don't get any skins, you don't get any sprays or any of the extra whatever they offer in Apex. You don't get any of that. You don't get none of it. But Valorant, you're at least getting, gun charms or a gun skin or, and a new name, banner. And I'm going to have to agree with you on Valorant is probably, as far as unlocking characters, is probably the best.